What an incredible week this is for you and all of us. We have the full moon bringing us in to meet at the end of the week with the winter solstice. This is a very magical time of year. And on top of these two really awesome events, we have Mercury coming out of retrograde. And every time it comes out of retrograde, there's a little bit of a pause. The same thing goes with this full moon. There's going to be a bit of a pause. We want to look internal and ask ourselves what we need to let go of. And I really want you to deeply look at your belief systems this week and where they are, what they are getting you out of your life. Our belief systems are so incredibly strong. They can create the life that we have and the life that we soon will have. When I am in astral, I can sometimes see spirits who are stuck here because their belief system when they were human is so strong. Whatever it was that they kind of obsessed over with their beliefs, that they cannot leave, they cannot part, they cannot ascend. So these beliefs carry through with us even after death. And that is why they are so important. And it is so, so important to look inward this week, especially because the energy is here to support our inward journey, our inward awareness of ourselves. The winter solstice coming at the end of the week is here to facilitate new beliefs that feel magical in a lot of ways in our lives. These new beliefs that we can set up for ourselves that will get us to the life that we want. So pause. Look at your beliefs deeply, deeply look at your beliefs and ask yourself if this is right for you. And I really want you to focus on the beliefs that you believe to this day that were instilled into you as a child or a young adult because of fear. A great example of this is if you grew up in a church who taught you will go and burn forever in the fiery pits of hell for eternity if you do not believe in Jesus Christ. I'm not saying you cannot have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Actually, I'd encourage it. Jesus is a wonderful, wonderful teacher to learn from. But Jesus has nothing to do with fiery pits of hell. And the lack of believing in him also have nothing to do with Jesus or the fiery pits of hell. So that is what I am talking about here. And maybe that's a triggering example to use for people. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what this video needed, is to trigger some people so that they can really look within themselves and ask themselves, why do I believe these things that I believe? Are they good for me? Hell does not exist unless you create it through your thoughts and through your belief system. Now, you can interpret hell in a lot of different ways, but I'm talking about specifically the Christian hell. That only exists for people that believe in it. So if you do not believe in it, it does not exist. And that is the point I am trying to make with this video. Look at your belief system and ask yourself if it feels right to you. And then going deeper at the end of the week, after we had this pause and this reckoning within ourselves, what belief system would suit you the best to bring you forward? Not a belief system where you obsess over something, but a belief system in empowering yourself, empowering your work, empowering the community around you. This is a great time of year to give back to your community. How can you help financially to your community? And if you don't have the means financially, which I know a lot of people are struggling right now, look at how you can help with your time or with your energy or with your talents. And I know for me, I get very into my home, and I don't want to leave. I have so many things going on in my house all the time, and I have children and 1,000 projects and businesses and all these things, and a husband and all these things I'm taking care of, and a house that has constant projects, and I can get kind of trapped or feel trapped here because there's always something to do. And it's like the moment I step out into my community, I feel revitalized. Helping others, giving to others can fill our cup. I don't mean do it just for yourself, do it for people in need, of course. That's the main objective, but you can get something out of it. And I hope you do. So find what your community needs. Just by getting out there can be your first step to see what it is that the wants and needs of your community are. By the end of this week, you are ready to step into new belief systems, magic. I don't like using the word porthole or gateway, but if you want to look at it that way, the winter solstice is a great way to start a new chapter of your life. Especially in our culture today, we look at New Year's and New Year's Eve as a new beginning. Get rid of what we don't want so we can go towards what we do want. So it's a little bit of that energy. Go towards what you want, but first, release what you do not. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you joined me. Wherever you are, peace to you, and happy winter solstice.